Yo, Tony D back at it. I'm going to do a special video dedicating it to Susie. She's new to the comics, and it was so fun in the comic shop, like hearing about what she likes, what she's into. She's a great watercolorist. I totally want to get some of that, maybe do some review. There was a lot of excitement, a lot of creativity, and just watching her go through a lot of the books, I could see where she was gravitating to, and took some snapshots of things that she was into. And this is one, Luana Vecchio's artwork. Really, I don't know, like it just like looking at Susie's stuff and remembering this, going through this journey, was it really kind of synced up a little bit. Maybe not, but that's the purpose of the videos, kind of get some more info out there, and maybe someone else may resonate with it. But the story that really resonated was Doll Parts. I totally love this series, and I read this before I started getting into Lovesick. So this is a precursor to Lovesick. And Luana, she didn't write that until after this. So this is your protagonist in the story. So she starts off as she runs red rooms, which are pretty brutal. I only have these 2 issues of that, but I totally love Spawn on there. But the first thing I was into was Doll Parts. So this is how the antagonist becomes. They don't really explain exactly how she becomes the character she is in Lovesick, but you can totally get that vibe. Like, you could read this story alone. And Vecchio's artwork, it is so haunting. It really captures the fragile psyche of our antagonist, and the facial expressions really convey, there's just dread, confusion, and defiance big time with this character, which I totally loved about it. But I'm just gonna really go over the covers, because the covers are just awesome. It's a great expansive look at her artwork and style. And if we get into, just looking at it, the juxtapose of the Innocence with some of it was like grotesque imagery mixed in with religion iconography. Like, it's just think of like dolls, blood, and just religious, all created to, it just makes this twisted fairy tale, and it's just fantastic. But yeah, this was cover 1. It really drew me in. Like, the heavy pink colors really set it off from other books if you're looking on a shelf. And you can see the skulls mixed in. That's what I'm talking about, the grotesquerie of, like, there's skulls mixed in with these dolls that are like ripped apart. And it's really a coming of age story for this character. And just to give you some of the panel work, she, starts off just a average run-of-the-mill chick. And like, even there, like right there, you get some more of that. It's definitely a mature coming of age story, but she really does, like, the facial expressions convey a lot of the emotions of what's going on in the book. And one heavy theme that I remember was she was always talking about not eating to, like, disappear, or she's in ballet, and there's a lot of that, eating disorders and things of that nature. And throughout the book, she's always talking about that, like wanting to disappear, and it just gets into all that, the growing up part of it. And I don't think you have to be a girl to resonate with the growing up part of what this character goes through, but it's a ride. I totally enjoyed it and loved it. We'll get into more of the. I don't want to get too much of a deep dive. I just kind of want to, show you the artwork because it's fantastic. Here we have more of a muted color palette. And what I really like about this is like you have like these old CRT computer screens. And this is kind of foreshadowing where she gets into the red room stuff. And what a red room is, I'm not going to get too deep into it because it's pretty graphic, but it's like an underground internet web type of thing for like fetish stuff, but it's not why I like this. But yeah, you see the dolls, they're bandaged up and she's just trying to find her way. And I do remember, yeah, she's online, so there's a lot of that modern online type stuff. And I'll give you, a little bit of micro review. She starts talking to somebody and they start resonating with each other, and the talking actually turns dark. She tells a little white lie to the person. She's telling this person she's a boy, and that person wants to meet up with her, and she's like, go ahead, I'll go ahead and meet up, just like a friend type thing. And the person's actually mentally unstable, so to say, and kind of spies on her, doesn't meet her straight up. He finds out he's a girl, and it's a total flip. The person is enraged, and it gets pretty dark. But yeah, here's some of the religious iconography mixed in with, you have flowers dying, and it's beautiful work. The pink tones, I totally love it. Like when I got into this, Vecchio's artwork, I'm not a big fanboy really with certain artists, but I would love to get her signature somehow. That'll be a bucket list thing. But I think we just got done with issue 3. This is 4, and yeah, there's more of that. More of the screens, the foreshadowing of where she's headed, the religious tones, and just being tied up, like these little threads of being tied. For me, it's kind of like when you're growing up, there's so many little things that can get confusing and tied up with you. And her parents, they really get into that too. I could see that being a typical parent type relationship with this character where she's really invisible to them. They try to talk to her, communicate with her, and here's a good shot of the antagonist, who is, he says horrible things to her. And it's the whole, like, she's got to keep secrets, and I don't know. This is the Virgin cover. I'm trying to get all the Virgin covers, and there's also a connecting cover set that I'd like to get. Totally got to have it. Susie was talking about, she's totally getting into the Sandman, and she was talking about framing some stuff. She's totally into the artwork, man. I totally dig it. Love it. Bringing new people into the hobby. That's what it's all about, man. So give her a shout out, guys, gals. So Virgin covers are cool. I don't think this cost any more than the regular cover. I really don't. There's definitely adult material in here, but we're adults. You don't want your little mega minis to get into that. So the connecting covers, I have 2 of them. It's just beautiful. Her artwork is I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, I think these two, I don't know if these connect. Like, there's two more. I'll have to figure it out. But, I mean, yeah, it's the whole mixture. She really captures like with a lot of her panel work inside, she really captures a claustrophobic ambiance, that really mirrors the antagonist's inner turmoil, but it's really on display. Yeah, I don't want to show anything too. And it's funny, she even there's layers of relationships with her friends where there's one, he really likes her, but, she just kind of ignores him. And then there's another guy that she has a relationship with, and it's real complicated. Like, it's all there. Friendships, just growing up, man. Like, it can be hard to do. Yeah, I'm looking for, I mean, it's just full of this, like, religious, like, going to church and, like, seeing that. Like, stuff like that used to freak me out. But, yeah, it's a very powerful story. To give you a little more insight to the story, she actually witnesses somebody dumping off a body, and she ignores it, and it's on the news and stuff. So then she starts having a conflict with, maybe I should have done something. And it's like a bookend with that. And at the end, I won't tell you the end, but I mean, it's totally different, but the artwork is great. Love the tones. And I don't know, man. Shout out to Susie. Hope she likes it. So we get the outro.